The debate surrounding TikTok's future in the United States is intensifying. A law requiring ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, to sell the app to an American company or face a ban is at the center of a legal and political storm. This battle not only has implications for national security, but also raises questions about free speech, censorship, and the future of digital platforms in America. Let's break down what we got here, what's at stake, and where things might be headed. The controversy dates back to 2020 when concerns about TikTok's ownership began to gain traction. TikTok, a platform with over 170 million monthly users in the United States, collects vast amounts of data, including location, user preferences, and interactions. US officials have argued that this data could be accessed by the Chinese government given ByteDance's ownership. This led to the introduction of a law requiring ByteDance to sell TikTok to an American company. If the company fails to do so by January 19th, which is right around the corner, TikTok would face a ban, cutting off millions of users from the app. This ban would also require app stores and internet service providers to stop offering TikTok. While existing users could temporarily retain access, they'd be unable to update the app, which the Justice Department warns would make TikTok unworkable over time. Now, the US government's primary argument is national security. Officials warn that China could use TikTok to spy on Americans or influence US public opinion. The fear is that TikTok's recommendation algorithms could be manipulated to prioritize content that aligns with Chinese interests or undermines American values. And these concerns aren't new. In fact, they echo broader fears about Chinese technology companies, including Huawei, which faced similar scrutiny. Advocates for the law argue that national security must take precedence, especially in the age of information warfare. However, TikTok has repeatedly denied these allegations, claiming that the US government has misstated its ties to China. The company insists that user data is stored securely in the United States and Singapore beyond the reach of the Chinese government. While national scrutiny concerns are essential to the debate, opponents of the law actually argue that it infringes on free speech. TikTok, I think, has become a vital platform for self-expression, education, activism, and entertainment. Creators use it to share their stories, amplify social issues, and even generate income. Banning TikTok, critics argue, would set a dangerous precedent for censorship in the United States. What's to stop the government from banning other platforms it deems problematic? The case has also raised First Amendment questions. At the heart of the Supreme Court hearing scheduled for January 10th is whether the law violates the First Amendment. TikTok and its allies argue that it does, claiming the ban would silence millions of voices. The US government, on the other hand, contends that the law is necessary to protect the country. Beyond free speech, there's the economic angle. TikTok is at the top of the list for platforms where influencers generate the most revenue. From brand partnerships to merchandise sales, TikTok has become a lucrative space for creators, and a ban would really disrupt the livelihoods of countless individuals and businesses that rely on the platform. Small businesses in particular have used TikTok to reach new audiences and grow during challenging times, like the pandemic. So removing TikTok from the equation could have far-reaching economic consequences. Former President Donald Trump, who championed the push to ban TikTok, has now actually asked the Supreme Court to delay the law's implementation. Trump now argues that more time is needed to find a political resolution to the issue. However, the Justice Department is urging the Supreme Court to reject Trump's request, insisting that the law should move forward as planned. This has set the stage for a high-stakes legal battle, with arguments scheduled to be heard on January 10th, which is coming up very soon. The outcome of this case could have profound implications beyond TikTok. It raises fundamental questions about the balance between national security and individual freedoms. If TikTok is banned, it could open the door for more government intervention in digital platforms. Conversely, if TikTok prevails, it could limit the government's ability to address perceived threats in the digital space. This case also highlights the growing tension between the US and China. From trade wars to tech disputes, TikTok has become a symbol of a larger struggle for power and influence between the two nations. As the January 10 hearing approaches, all eyes are on the Supreme Court. If the court sides with Trump and delays the ban, TikTok's fate will remain uncertain as political negotiations continue. If the court allows the ban to proceed, ByteDance will face immense pressure to sell the app before January 19th. For now, TikTok users, creators, and businesses are left in limbo, unsure of what the future holds. The stakes are high, and not just for TikTok, but for the broader landscape of technology, free speech, and global relations. In many ways, this case is about more than just a single app. It's about the intersection of technology, politics, and human rights in the modern age. Whether TikTok survives or not, the decisions made in the coming weeks will undoubtedly shape the future of digital platforms in America and way beyond that. Now, I have talked to a lot of people about the subject. I actually work in digital marketing, so this ban would really affect me. A lot of my audience is on TikTok in America. Now, I've talked to people and they think there's no way this ban is going to happen. And they say this is because there's too much money involved in TikTok to ban it. And while, yes, this is a good point, based on the research that I've done, I think it's not looking too good for TikTok. It really would suck if it got banned because so many people use it to make money. They've used it to grow a community. And even just for entertainment purposes, people use it for so many different things, and it would suck for that to be taken away. I want to know what you guys think down below. Do you think the TikTok ban will happen? Let me know your thoughts down below. And for those of you who have stuck around to the very end, you're probably wondering, what's going on with this channel? Am I back? I guess I kind of am back, but it's not going to be like what it was before. Before, I felt really uninspired with the types of videos that I was making, and I think a lot of you could even see that. I can't tell you how often I'm going to upload, but I will say that I'm only going to be uploading videos on subjects that actually inspire me and create a conversation that I think needs to be had. I don't really want to talk about useless influencer drama unless it's super relevant. That being said, it is good to be back. It feels weird, but I'm happy to be here. And I would love for you guys to let me know what type of content you would like to see from me. If there's any specific subjects that you want me to cover, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.